Yo, it's Red Bull, and I'm back today to talk about some pretty controversial things going on in Apex Legends. Today's video will be a little bit more conversational, but don't worry, I won't keep you here too long. Anyways, our first topic of the day will be the infamous no regs that are going on since Season 5 began. We'll also talk about the changes that were made to certain legends such as Pathfinder and Mirage coming into Season 5 and my thoughts on those changes. I'd also like to touch base on Loba. I've had an entire week to play her. I really enjoy her, but I'd like to dive into that a little deeper. And we'll end the discussion today with a recent announcement from Respawn on a second studio dedicated to Apex Legends. Before we hop in, if you like the video, be sure to hit that button below, give it a thumbs up, and if you're really feeling brave, smack that subscribe button above for more content. Without further ado, let's jump right in. So, as we all know, Apex Legends has had plenty of issues in its past, but its most recent bug issue has become somewhat of a black plague for the Apex community. The non-registering bullets within the game are something special within themselves. They are most definitely an issue, and a poorly timed issue at that. Without dwelling on this problem for too long, I would just like to say to anybody listening to this video, yes, this is a big issue for Apex. I won't play it down, but at the same time, there is plenty of negative feedback and comments and trolls and attitude towards the situation that won't make it any better, and it's only going to make it worse for yourself. So if you find the game unplayable, do something else. Play another game. Respawn will fix this issue eventually. Until then, we've all got to be troopers, just like with COVID-19, and stick it out. Now, moving on to another topic, Pathfinder. I'm going to try to convince you that he's not actually as bad as Reddit would have you believe, and how his change was actually kind of necessary. So, if I haven't lost you at this point, I'll talk about the nerf to his Q ability, his grapple hook. Prior to Season 5, the cooldown on his Q was 15 seconds. Of course, after the changes, now it's up to 35 seconds. Reddit is furious about this. Plenty of players think that this is too big of a nerf to the character, matched with the fact that he has low profile. I don't think it's that big of an issue. I've played this character for multiple seasons in the past, especially in ranked. I've managed to climb to Diamond prior to Masters being added in as Pathfinder. So I've had plenty of time to play the character and get to know him. Now, of course, the nerf from 15 to 35 seconds will change how you use your Q ability in fights. You have to be a lot more decisive. I do believe that the cooldown nerf could be backed to 30 seconds to be a little bit more healthy for the character. I also believe now that he cannot move around a fight as easy, having low profile on him is a bit of a detriment. That being said, I don't see Respawn changing that anytime soon. They would like to see the meta swap from Pathfinder to newer heroes or legends. So overall, yes, Pathfinder is no longer a part of the main meta. At the same time, this is going to be more healthy for the game. Plenty of Pathfinder mains might be upset about it, but the character is not unplayable. Understand that. I love the character. I do think they could tweak him a little more, That being said, he was definitely overpowered when it came to fights prior to this change. The king of FPS games is movement, and Pathfinder was the king. There are plenty of videos out there showing how he is able to move across the map much more efficiently and quicker than other characters. So, for the umpteenth time, I will say it. I will say it loud and proud. I think the changes to Pathfinder were good, were necessary, and will benefit the health of the game moving forward. Now, if I have not lost you yet, I'd like to talk about Mirage some. I haven't played him a ton, but I have spent some time in the training room as well as playing casual matches, getting to learn the new changes that came to him. The first thing that stood out to me was the fact that you could revive while being invisible. This is great. I think it's very situational, but there are plenty of times where a teammate is down and you're trying to res them in the middle of combat when a third party comes along, or a sniper from far off, and all you need is a little cover. Well, don't worry about it. You'll just be invisible now. Great change there. Love it. I'll also talk about his Q ability. I have had so much fun messing around with his Q. This is great, provides for a lot of healthy bait situations, and though people think that it's a little overpowered, perhaps more so towards lowered skilled players, it's not that big of a deal, but I do enjoy it. Overall, Mirage was already a really cool character concept. It just wasn't put together quite as well, but after the Season 5 changes, Mirage is looking really healthy. I do not know if he is ready to be upgraded to the top end of the meta. Nonetheless, he's in a much better position than he has ever been in the year plus that Apex has been out, and I'm excited for my friends who are interested in maining this character. Moving on from Mirage, however, I'll finish off by touching on Caustic. This was one of my more recent mains in the previous seasons, and the changes coming into Season 5, where his friendly gas no longer slows teammates, is massive. I personally didn't have to deal with this considering I was playing Caustic himself, but I've already heard from my teammates that they enjoy this change a lot more. No longer is Caustic a detriment to his team, and you can be as toxic as hell with no limitations. Love these changes to Caustic. It's only good. It only goes up from here. Caustic mains for life. Shout out. Woo! Other than that, though, those are the only major changes that I've been able to experience at this time. Now, of course, Loba is the new legend added in this season, and I have had the opportunity to play with her over the past week. Her toolkit is fantastic for team compositions. The capability of looting more efficiently means that teams will spend less time playing loot simulator and more time fighting. So, given the importance of loot and in competitive matches, I see Loba securing her spot in the meta for the remainder of the season. I'd like to finish today's video by mentioning that for Respawn's 10th anniversary, they have opened a second studio in Montreal that is dedicated to Apex Legends. And this is the reason why I have hopes that the no registration issue will be resolved. And I also have positive hopes for Apex Legends moving forward. The fact that this game developer is putting an entire studio towards their game means that they realize what they have on their hands and are going out of their way to put more time, effort, and money into this game. This can only benefit us as players, and I look forward to seeing the changes in development, pacing of development, and content that come from this new studio. All right, guys, that's all I've got for today. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. It means a lot. It helps me tremendously. And of course, if you're looking for more content, bang the hell out of that subscribe button above. Show your commitment. It means so much, guys. Until next time, thanks for watching. Later.